Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Edoggz Reviews. Today I will be taking a look at the new Transformers Age of the Primes Voyager class Autobot Red Alert, better known as Transformers Armada Red Alert. So on the left hand side of your screen is the new packaging, and on this side we have Red Alert holding his weapon in his hand, and on the bottom we have the vehicle mode. On the left hand side, it says till all are one. It takes 22 steps to get it from the robot mode to the vehicle mode. This figure is for ages 8 and up and stands about 7 inches tall. On this side of the box, it says till all are one. We have 3 of the 13 primes. On this side, it says Transformers Age of the Primes Voyager class at the bottom. On the back, it says Autobot Red Alert. We have them in the robot mode here. They still kept the Evo Fusion slot for the optional weapons, what we'll talk about. We have the vehicle mode. We have the gimmick, which we'll talk about. That's not included in this video. On the bottom, it says manufactured by Hasbro, trademarks, and Takara and stuff like that. On this side, we have the upper portion of Red Alert there. On the top of the box, it says Autobot Red Alert there, made by Takara Tomy. On the right hand side, let's not forget that. And on the bottom is just the barcode. So inside this box, you're going to get 3 accessories. You're going to get 2 blasters and a projectile. So you're going to have something like this, right? We're going to get a focus, right? This is one of them. And you can place it either on the arm, or you can have it on the shoulder cannon. And then we have this one. It kind of looks like 3 fingers like that. And this is also a blaster or a laser. It could be whatever you want. And then we have this, which is a missile projectile. And we're going to try to talk about the original figure while we go through all of this. So, and then we have our famous, piece right here that's been in like every video. So let's take a look at the figure up close. Let's get him in focus. This is what the figure looks like when you get him. And the first obvious thing you're going to say is this figure has a lot of leg going on. The second thing you might say, it may be misproportioned between the arms and the legs. Now, the arms, if I straighten down the arms, it would stop right above the knee. But I think it could be just the size of the arms compared to the legs. That's what's giving off that misproportioned look. And then too, you don't have very much going on in the midst, in the abdomen section as well. But this is what the figure looks like from the side. Here it is from the back. Here it is from this side. And back to front. Now the backstory of Red Alert is that he permanently lost his hand on the battlefield, which resulted in becoming a reluctant fighter. He prefers to help his friends, but whenever a fellow Autobot needed help, he is there immediately, no matter what, instead of tearing into his enemies. He is a brilliant medic and scientist. So what they did with his hand was they created like a weapon system type of deal in his arm. So you could pop this in here like that. Now, the missing accessory is a mini-con named Long Arm. Long Arm transformed into a hook and crane type of vehicle. And when he was in that mode, he would plug onto this peg right here. And they had put like a sliding system type of deal here to replicate the original toy. So you would pop your mini-con here, you slide it up, and it would trigger this piece over like so, and it would become like a shoulder cannon type of deal. And you have your option of which accessory you want to put. So you can put your laser. You want a laser shoulder cannon? Sure, you can do that. You want a missile shoulder cannon? You can do that too. You know, it's an option. Another thing you can do is you can pop this off and you can place it into his hand. Like so. Now, I do believe there was like a trigger system here that shot the projectile out. I could be wrong. I could be mistaken. Now, if you want, you can take your effects parts here and you can pop that in there. And you can pop it back into his hand, or you can pop it into his shoulder. Normally for me, it's going to be his shoulder. Here we go. We're going to take that out. We're going to put the shoulder cannon in its place. Right? Now, what about this piece right here? Well, there is a storage system inside of this panel right here. Right? So you can plug one in here, and then there's another one on the opposite side over on this side here. You're not going to be able to see it because my light is too bright, but it's in this corner. Right, so we're going to go into articulation. So we're going to go with the shoulder. We're going to start with the shoulder. We're going to go all the way around. Nothing impedes this motion. We can bring your shoulder out, something like that. Right, if you want this look, that's an option for you. If you like this look better, there is a swivel at the shoulder. And there's a double jointed elbow here. So this is 90, but you can get this going at an angle, and you can also bring this up like that. So you have options there. That's like more, that was more like an acute angle right there. Okay. Let's see. Legs can go up like that. We could bring it down at the knee. It's on one ratchet, just to let you know. You can have it like that. You can swing out the leg like this if you want to. Bring that back. Bring this down. There's a swivel in like the middle of his thigh. You bring this leg up like that. The foot has a rocker at the bottom. You can do this if you want to. You can also bring the foot up, just a little bit of up, right? So you have 1, 2. 2 will be the transformation. So that 1 is the only thing you're probably going to get. And then you could do backwards 1 step, 1 ratchet. On this side, going backwards, you're not going to have much. So you're going to have to move this leg forward and bring the knee back like this. So it looks something like that. But what you can do is you can make this move back 1 step too, if you want that. These side panels move. They can move this way like that, and you move that way like this. I'm not exactly sure why that is, but they use this for the transformation, so to make it easier. Another thing to note from the old one, the old figure, the door, it used to be a door. So the door would open like this way, like that. And then when you want to plug it into place, you just you do the reverse. Right, so there's a swivel up here. I guess you want to call it you could probably call it a reverse butterfly joint. You can do this. But that is for the transformation there. But you can still use it if you want to. The head is on the ball joint. So let's move this out of the way. Let's bring that back so we can sew that off. You can turn this all the way around. It's not a problem. And he has enough room to look up. Just a little bit. Now, another thing to note before I go into the transformation, I don't want to forget. When you have a long arm in his alt mode, you can plug him here. And what that would do is trigger a disc to come shooting out of this front part right here. So it was an Autobot disc type of deal. So it's spring loaded in 2 places. Yeah, 2 places. That's correct. There's 2 places. So we're going to do one comparison. That is a Voyager. This is Ratchet, which is a deluxe from the Earthrise. So you have those 2 right there. Now my Ratchet, my arm is gone, completely gone. I'm not exactly sure what I'm going to do with that. So this is from this angle. Here it is from the back. Here it is from this side. And there it is from the front. Okay, so we're going to take this piece out and we're going to go into transformation. So I'm going to show you that one more time. So we have one piece there. I'm going to plug this in so you can see where it actually goes. And then you have the other piece there, and it sits there. Now, transformation, 22 steps, very easy. And we're going to start from the top. We're going to bring that down the light just a little bit. You're going to open up this panel where the Autobot symbol is. Bring that up. There's this blue thing right here. You want to grab a hold of that. You want to bring that out like so. I'm going to go to this angle so you can see what I'm doing. I'm going to take the head and bring that down. Push this door down as well. Now you're going to take the arms. You want to turn this side to his left like that. So you're going to have this opening section right here. So this is a slot and there's a peg and then there's a port. And on this side, we're going to turn to the left. You're doing the same thing. You got the slot, peg, and a port right there. So we're going to take this and bring this up. Take this and bring this up. All right? We're going to double joint the forearm all the way around. Till you get like this. Like so. You take the door, you want to turn it so it matches that red stripe right there. Turn it, that red stripe. Next, you want to turn it sideways. You want to take the whole backpack, you want to unplug it and bring it all the way up. Now underneath, you're going to come to this panel and we're going to unpeg that panel like that. Now what I like to do here is I'm going to bring these arms inwards. So we're going to bring this in like that. You want to bring this in like that. And these 2 should peg together, right? Right? Just give it a squeeze. Make sure up here is all together. Now, if you get a seam, it could be easily corrected like that. So we have the top portion of the vehicle already done. Okay, so let's start with the feet. We can bring these heel spurs in like that. Bring these heel spurs in like that. We're going to take the feet, bring this all the way up. Bring this all the way up. We're going to take the lower portion of the leg. We want to bring that back like that. So you just want to unpeg it, bring it back like this. And it's going to land somewhere back here. Same thing on this side. Bring this all the way back like that. Now, normally there's something to peg these 2 together, but they have 2 slots here. and there's 2 pegs on the bottom of the forearm. And all we have to do is bring this up, right? We want to angle these so we can like put this into place. Right? Like that. Right, so do the same thing on the opposite side. Right, that's in place. I'm going to get this around. That one's in place. This one fell out. And there you go. Now you have him in your vehicle mode, which is a unofficial Nissan Patrol rescue vehicle from 2000. So the only difference between the real one and this one, I believe this the front part is what causes it to look different. The front clip of the car, I would say. But that's what it looks like from this angle. There it is from the side. There it is from the back. Not too much to talk about there. There it is from this side. They could have put some red lights there. This side here. Back to the front. Now, again, if you had a mini-con, you could bring this over. You could put your projectile there, like that. Right? But if you don't want this projectile there, you can stick it in this hole. And that can be like an antenna type of deal. So you won't have to lose it or anything like that. But yeah, I like it. Now, another thing to note is the mini-con. You could also move the mini-con here, and it would shoot out a thing from the front, which was like another gimmick that they had going on. All right, so we're going to do some comparisons. So we're going to bring in Deluxe Animated Bumblebee. Much bigger than him. That kind of sort of fits, right? We're going to bring in Earthrise Trailbreaker, who is also a deluxe. You should use this transformation for this, and that this should be a Voyager. Just to throw that in. But if you don't like those two, we could bring in somebody who hasn't been in this mode in a while. This is leader class Galvatron. You kind of have that going there. Show that off. Way bigger. Now, to end, we're going to go back to the robot mode, and we're going to add a few more things, and then we're going to close out this video. So we're going to take this, out, put it to the side, and we're going to simply unplug it from the back, bring it down. Unplug, bring it down. straighten. We want to go towards the back, and we want to pull the lower portion of the leg outwards and around. And it's going to plug back into place like that. You're going to feel it. Bring this all the way around, plug in place, right? From here, you want to bring the feet out like that. Oops, this one unpegged. You want to bring the feet out, right? From here on out, you're going to need either a spudger or something to get in here, because there is no tab to get this foot out, and they should include those things. I mean, you could probably sneak a nail from the side to get that off, but a little tab. Give me a tab. Put that in. Right. So we want to unplug the arms like this, like that. At this point, you want to take this back panel, bring this up. You want to tab it into place. So there's a tab here. There's a slot there, and that holds in. You take this whole entire thing. You want to bring that down. You want to turn here like that. You want to bring out the arms. Now the joints are very stiff, like on my copy. So bring these down and bring these down, and you want to turn this one opposite way, like that, and like that, right? You want to get in here and grab a weapon. I'm going to take this weapon, plug it in. That's. You want to pull this windshield back, and you want to use your finger to grab onto something here. Bring this up, and you're going to need that spudger or whatever you're going to be using to get this head out, like that. We're going to take this black panel, flip it backwards. You want to close. Now, this figure does have light piping, but my light is on this side and behind me, so it doesn't work at this current time. And we also have a rocker at the ankle. I don't want to forget that for wireless stances. And then that's about it for that. And we could bring this around, right? And we can plug this back in to complete his look. Right. We're going to do one more round of comparison, and that's about it, I think. So first, we're going to bring in Ratchet just one more time, simply because they share the same first aid symbol. You can see right here the shoulder matches the symbol right here on the canopy on Red Alert. We're going to bring in Hotshot, who is a deluxe. You're going to bring in Starscream, who is a Voyager, and he's slightly taller than him. Let's move that to the side. Bring that to the forefront. Bring that to the side. This arm is loose. Is it from back? Other side kind of looks like he's leaning a little bit. And last but not least, Armada Megatron, who is a Lita class figure. So we just want to bring that up just a little bit so you can see all of them. This is as far as back as I can get it. Bring this arm up a little bit. And there you go. And that's it. Now I am missing Prime. That's from this series. I'll get a hold of him sometime later on down the road. But this is what it looks like for the Armada series. So I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please give it a like. If you're not subscribed, so please subscribe to the channel. If you have any questions or comments, leave them down below. And we're going to do another one for next week, which is going to be this character here, which is the Transformers Studio Series, Transformers Age of Extinction, Optimus Prime. That's a lot of words. Yeah, we're going to see this in the next week. So thank you for watching, and I hope to see you in the next video.